If a brief history of money disappeared tomorrow, the world would not look the way you expect. In the next few minutes, we are going to take a brief history of money apart until the moving pieces are visible. Start with the plain version. When people say a brief history of money, they usually mean a headline, not a mechanism. The headline is easy to repeat. The mechanism is what changes how you act. Here is a piece of the public record. Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, Hebrew, Kitzer Toldot Hanashut, is a 2011 book by the Israeli military historian Yuval Noah Harari, based on a series of lectures he gave at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Here is the useful question: what has to be true for a brief history of money to exist at all? If you can answer that without jargon, you already understand more than most comment threads. Context matters. A brief history of money did not arrive fully formed. It is the current shape of older pressures, tools, incentives, fear, and curiosity stacked on top of each other. Here is a piece of the public record. It was first published in Hebrew in Israel in 2011 and in English in 2014. A lot of confusion is just mixed timescales. People argue about a brief history of money as if every effect happens this afternoon. Some effects are immediate. The important ones compound. Watch for the decoy debate. Loud arguments about a brief history of money often fight over a symbol, while the real leverage sits in a boring constraint almost nobody wants to film. Here is a piece of the public record. The book surveys the history of humankind, beginning in the Stone Age and ending in the 21st century. If you only remember one cut, a brief history of money is not a single object. It is a system. Change one input, and a different output shows up later, usually somewhere you were not looking. That is why simple takes age badly. A take that ignores trade-offs will sound confident for a week and naive for a year. Here is a piece of the public record. The account relies on a fusion of the natural sciences with the social sciences. If this gave you a cleaner model of a brief history of money, subscribe. Comment with the part of a brief history of money you still